going on, guys? Afflicted Gamer here, back with another Division video, and the global event number 3 strike is going on right now. And after soloing Lexington Event Center on challenging World Tier 5 Tactical Strike, the hardest difficulty you can put it on right now, uh, man oh man, one-shot sticky bomb builds are back, and I've come up with one. It is subject to change for the mere fact that we have classified pieces, and I don't have those pieces yet. So if you do already have the pieces and you want to copy this build, go ahead and throw them in, and trust me, it'll be even that much better. So it'll be a little bit of a longer video because I'm going to show you guys the gameplay of exactly what this build can do in action. So hopefully you'll stick around for the whole thing. Drop a like if you enjoy, consider subscribing to the channel if you're new, and let's go ahead and get right into the build. Now, when I find a better Ninja Bike backpack, I am absolutely going to change it, but you do need one to make this build. So, rolled to electronics, it needs to be a higher number. It was terrible. It was 1117, but over 13,000 skill power as a major attribute and 53% ammo capacity in the minor. The mods are electronics with skill power, first aid, self-heal, and turret damage. Now, this being on allows me to have 3 pieces of tactician, not needing the 4th, and then 2 pieces of nomad, allowing me to have the 3-set bonus, which is fantastic. And these are the 2 pieces I would switch out for classified pieces because the numbers are so much higher in terms of your firearms, stamina, and especially for this build, electronics. So, getting into the tactician pieces first, we've got the gloves rolled to electronics with crit chance, assault rifle damage, and skill haste. I have not optimized the build. I wanted to make sure that it worked first, which it does, and secondly, I want to get the classified pieces. Then I absolutely, without a doubt, am going to optimize this build. Onto the chest plate, we have got, again, rolled to electronics, health, skill haste, and ammo capacity. The mods are electronics with skill power. Going down to the tactician knee pads. These were the best ones that I had, but I would change one thing on them. The roll to electronics with skill power as a major attribute, bleed resist, damage to elites. The increased kill XP, I would swap that for something else. Mod, electronics with skill power, and the prototype is sticky bomb damage. Moving on to Nomad. The holster, this would be classified for sure, so all those numbers would be 1401, which would be great, and I would bump up the skill haste to the max percentage as well. The prototype performance mod is sticky bomb damage, so I've got 2 of them here, and then like I said, the mods in the backpack. I've got turret damage and first aid self-heal. Now, the 2 pieces of, the last piece here, Mask of the Nomad. I didn't reroll anything on this because, again, this will be another classified piece. It's rolled to firearms, enemy armor damage. The blind def resist I would make damage to elites. So I would change that. The mod in it, though, is electronics with skill power. The whole premise behind this build is using the tactician's authority to have enough skill power to go ahead and one-shot sticky bomb pretty much anybody that I want, and I can also use a turret for backup, and Nomad is what is going to keep me alive. The 2-set bonus with the 15% health on kill, which I will get whether I use my weapon or my turret, or on top of that my sticky bomb. Either way, one way or another, I'm going to stay alive. And if I do get hurt, I've got the 3-set bonus, grants a constant small amount of healing, allowing the user to regenerate all segments of the health bar during combat. So, either way, I should be able to hold my own, and if I get into trouble, you know, I can pop my ult and whatnot, but for the most part, Nomad's going to keep me alive, and my weapons and talents are all going to compensate the way I have this set up. So, the weapons, lightweight M4, 23% enemy armor damage with skilled, determined, and deadly. All that goes hand in hand with a skill build. The way I have it set up, I've got mag size, crit hit damage, rate of fire. As for the optics and muzzle, they're both crit chance, headshot damage, crit hit damage. As for the grip, crit damage, reload speed, and stability, because the lightweight M4 does have a little bit of kick to it. For your secondary, if you want to use a custom M44 or a different sniper, by all means go ahead. I just chose to use the SVD because of the talents. 162% headshot damage with competent, cool-headed, and brutal. Mag size, crit chance, rate of fire. I've got a C79 scope with crit damage, crit chance, headshot damage. Same thing with the large muzzle. And then the underbarrel, I could put a small grip on there if I really wanted to for some extra crit damage, but I've got reload speed, small percentage of crit damage, and stability. The sidearm doesn't really matter. I've got the Centurion. No, that's just personal preference. No big deal there. Doesn't really come into to use. For my skills, I've got Recovery Link, Turret with Active Sensor, and the beloved BFB. Talents, we've got Critical Save, Strike Back, and then here, Tech Support. One of the most underrated and I think underused talents for skill builds. This thing is fantastic. Kill a hostile while any skill is deployed to extend any active skill's duration by 10%. So when you see me throw my turret out, if I finish off the NPC or even the player, if you're going to use this in PvP, if I do that with my weapon instead of just letting the turret do it, or even if I do it with the BFB, then I've got an extra 10% duration on that turret. The more often I get the final blow on my enemy, the longer my turret is going to stay alive doing damage. And if you put it in a place where somebody can't just kick it, then it's going to last as long as you pretty much want it to. And then the final thing, I've got chain reaction, so damage multiple hostiles with an explosion to apply 20% more damage from the blast. That goes with the BFB. And if you really wanted to in your mod slots, you could put Sticky Bomb blast radius instead of damage, so that you have a wider spread and you can damage more hostiles at once, or just leave it as is. But that's the way that I've got the build set up. Now let's go ahead and get into the gameplay.
This is about taking the Rikers out to Manhattan.
They're holding 3 of my people there. If you can get them out before blowing the lid off...
All right. Get them out first. Don't jeopardize the mission. We're going in on your heels. The jailbreak ends here.
dead man there. Pretty good. Buried in her people.
Negative, Ramos. We've got this. Find a secure position and hunker down.
And that's an order, Sergeant.
Warning. Incoming hostiles detected.
Lau here. I just heard about Ramos, Captain. Glad we reached him in time.
Thanks for that. My people are getting in a position to breach the whole access. The building blueprints show a security control room down in the basement.
You are now entering a safe area.
What?
Wasted space!
Warning. Additional hostiles inbound. Warning. Incoming hostiles detected.
So far, so good. My strike squads are moving in. They'll breach the main hall on your signal.
hostiles detected.
Wouldn't mind having you with us in every firefight.
I'm impressed, Agent. Tricky assignment, but you did what had to be done.
Yeah, you broke their spine, kid. With the leader dead, the rest are gonna scatter.
I don't think we're quite done with them yet, but at least now we can get these JTF folks back on the job.
Oh yeah. I need my people alive and out there fighting the good fight. God knows we can't afford to lose any more personnel. I owe you, Agent. Hell of a job.